welcome to another inspirational live video from Juliana. I guess I should probably do these videos once a week. I can do them in front of my fireplace. I mean, it's so professional. But anyway, so this is my first time back in front of the camera after having to put down my heart horse. If you want to know more about what happened and why we opted for humane euthanasia, please watch my last live video. But long story short, his uveitis, his eye disease, had progressed into something that required removal of his eyes, and he was having some rough days, and he had some vision left, and I don't think that he would have done well with no vision. He was 22, and he was starting to get arthritis in his knees anyway, and I didn't want to have to put him through that surgery. So we opted for humane euthanasia. It was a beautiful day when he went. My family and Blake were here. So I made a lot of keepsakes, and I had a couple days beforehand to make some nice pictures. I'm going to try not to cry about it again. But so the past, let's see, he went a week ago today, last Tuesday. So I've been a hot mess for about a week now. Starting to get better, starting to feel better, trying to get back into work with Buck. So I know you guys don't know me that well, but I can attest to you, I've never had this many medical issues with my horses all at once. So when it rains, it pours. Quite literally, we had like 3 inches of rain on Saturday as well. So I owned Moon for 17 years. I owned Comet for 10 years, and I've owned Astra the pony for 9 years, and now Buck for a month. And I usually only have like one, usually minor medical issue besides Moon's chronic uveitis to deal with in a year. So I've been pretty stressed this past month. So it all started with Moon, got an ulcer in his eye that we had to treat at least every 4 hours, and sometimes I was doing it every hour on the hour while I was here at home. And then he got cellulitis in his leg, which was typical for him. He often got that when he got any minor scratch on his leg. I made a video about that. Pony got a facial nerve injury. I made a video about that. He had to get x-rays of his face. And then Buck got castrated at the same time, which, I mean, wasn't his fault, was planned, but another medical thing we had to deal with, cold hosing, that kind of thing. And he's recovering really well from that. And now Buck has an abscess in his foot. It's popped. He's better. He's sound. But so it happened Sunday. Saturday we got a ton of rain. And then Sunday the skies were clearing. The sun was coming out. I woke up feeling pretty good that day. I didn't wake up crying like I had been all week long. And I go out and I'm getting myself some water in the kitchen, and my kitchen window looks right out on the pastures. And I see Buck three-legging it through the field, and my heart just dropped. And I ran out there, started crying as I was walking out there like a maniac, was wearing a red robe and flip-flops, and it was like 40 degrees. And my neighbors can see me at all angles, so they probably think I'm nuts. But I ran out there, leg wasn't swollen, there was no heat. He looked more lame from the lower leg. Breathed a sigh of relief, thought it was probably a hoof abscess, went back inside and put normal clothes on, went out, got my hoof testers out, and hey, who is this? CMK eventing, hey. Got my hoof testers out, and thank God it was an abscess. Not thank God, but it wasn't anything serious. So I can deal with the abscess. So later today I'm going to show you how I wrap it and soak it and all that. But it did pop yesterday, thankfully. I could pinpoint it, and I actually tried to dig it out. Yeah, very good. I actually tried to dig it out with my hoof knife because with his castration, he needs to exercise. So that's the best thing to prevent swelling with his castration. Normally I try to let it blow out the cornet band and let them just be lame for a couple of days, but I needed a quicker fix. So I tried to dig it out, and I couldn't quite get to it. His feet are super soft. So I'm going to do a video on how I toughen feet. I was able to transition Moon my very flat-footed, thin-soled thoroughbred, typical thoroughbred feet, from shoes to barefoot, when I had to quit jumping him and take his shoes off. I wanted him to be barefoot. And we did that, so I'll show you. I have pretty good experience with doing that. I'll show you how I treat his abscess, how I wrap it, and how we'll go from here to help strengthen his feet up. So hopefully this stressful time is over. I'm stressed out in general all the time because I'm in grad school. I'm in, if you didn't know, nurse anesthesia grad school. So anesthesia school itself is very stressful, and then to top all that other stuff on top of it, I've just had a very stressful week, and I've noticed that as I'm trying to study or when I'm trying to sleep, that I've been clenching my jaw, and that's very new for me. So today, the reason I'm making this video is I just got home from class, and in the quad, our student health center had, since it is finals time, they had a stress tent set up, so you could go in there, and they talked about using your 5 senses to de-stress. So that meaning sight, smell, they had candles and essential oils and stuff out, taste, they were giving away candy, and I don't need any more of that. And then the sense of touch is what I wanted to try. So they gave me this little bag of rocks and this little stress ball. So whenever I feel myself clenching my jaw like that, I'm going to pick this up and pump it. So they said with the rocks to just take a second, even if you don't meditate often, this is a type of meditation you can do that only takes a minute. Pick up your rock, close your eyes, think of how it feels, what it reminds you, the feel of it, the shape of it. Does it bring back any memories for you, like being at the beach or et cetera, et cetera. And she explained things a lot better than I can, but when she was explaining feeling the rock, she was just saying things that were pretty emotional. And I started crying in front of a lot of public people in a public quad at a college in a major city. So, like I said, I'm a hot mess. Y'all, when you lose a horse that you're very attached to, you do weird things and you're a hot mess for a while. But I'm getting better. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys. She hugged me and I explained to her what was going on. And then she asked me, well, what did the rock actually remind you of? And I had a rock that had like a big crease in the center and it was big and round. And I was like, it actually reminds me of a peach pit. And I'm like, I don't know why that reminded me of my horse, but just the things you were saying just really rang true and it made me a little emotional. So, getting better. Long story short, on the horizon, I'm going to film today again how to take care of a horse with an abscessed foot and how to strengthen feet. And then another thing I did this week to relieve stress was drink probably a little too much wine. And I got this email from Dover Saddlery saying, buy one, get one free Noble Outfitters show shirt. So I start online shopping while a little inebriated. And I was crying and I was like, I deserve this. So I got a lot of stuff. I'm expecting packages from Dover Saddlery, from Horsey, horse with a Z. Smart Pack, and there was one more, and I can't even remember. So, oh, yeah, I got a new helmet off of Amazon. So I'm going to have a massive tack haul in the next week. And then I'm also going to do a video on how to deal with spring grass with the little pony. I have fescue grass that's very green out here, and that's like basically sugar on steroids for them. So with my little miniature horse, I'm having to limit his turnout time, and he's going to fat camp. So we're doing daily exercises, and so I'll do a video on how to deal with that and how to prevent founder and how to maintain grasses in your field. So comment, let me know what else you guys want to see. I should do all 3 of those videos within the next week or 2. And then starting to get back into riding Buck. This Wednesday will be his 2nd week off since his castration, and he is allowed to ride. So we've been doing a lot of groundwork that I didn't film. You can watch my earlier videos on that, on what I was doing with him, because it's just kind of boring. But getting back to riding, and then another cool thing, I've found another trainer. There's a really nice facility that's got a cross-country field and an indoor arena, and they're becoming a show facility. They have a big show stable that's a little less than an hour from here. So my plan is, once Buck is carrying himself better and we're really wanting to get into some dressage training and then start into jumping, I'm hoping to trailer him down there probably once a month is all my schedule and my wallet will allow at the moment. But hopefully I can get with the barn crew and go to some shows with them. And I'm wanting to take him to some AQHA shows since he has a quarter horse and they have like English equitation. So hopefully by the end of the summer there's one close by in June that I'm going to take him to. So I see people commenting. I'm sorry I haven't been reading them. Thank you. Bye. So I'm going to sign off. I'll go film me doing Buck's feet, and then I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm going to have to study some more. So please stay tuned. That video should be up either tonight or tomorrow, and the tack call video will be up once all that stuff comes in, which I'm expecting it to be in by the end of this week, beginning of next week. So stay tuned. More riding videos to come soon. Love you guys.